So what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. I popped on here early just to make sure I got everything set up correct and to let everybody know when you watch these things, we don't have to stick with the movie, but tonight we're going to watch Babysitter Killer Queen, which is the second one in the franchise. But as I tell everybody that pops on here, we don't have to you don't have to watch along if you don't want to. We can just bullshit and talk about whatever you want. I saw at least one person pop up on here. So I'm going to wait a minute, see if anybody pops on, and then we'll start. So like I said, we're watching Babysitter Killer Queen tonight and just talking movies. So, and it looks like Doug's already here. So if nobody else shows up, Dougie and I are going to watch Babysitter Killer Queen. But like I said, you can talk about anything you want. We don't have to talk about this movie, but if you want to watch along, I'll let you know. So Doug, hang in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro on this one because since I forgot on the last one, and I'll be right back.
WFRG 94.9 The Urge, Hatfield's home for rock.
I'm Willie the Kid, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just 2 years ago, my babysitter and her friends tried to kill me. The worst part is, nobody believes me. And now, everybody thinks I'm crazy.
I just want to fucking scream.
Cole, you're my best friend.
You're not crazy. It's this place. It's just you and me.
Oh! Let's go, Cole! Oh, you okay? You look like you seen a gorgeous black ghost.
Don't worry, guys. I'm good.
Where's Sonia?
Getting cookies.
I watched you all die!
We are dead. Duh.
Come on. Hey, stop. Hammer time.
I cannot watch him crawl anymore.
Clearly, you guys are into some heavy cosplay. Just leave it be.
Oh no! It's all gonna get dumb again!
Basically, they're a blood cult, and they made a deal with the devil. They only have 3 hours to complete the ritual.
We could hide out till sunrise.
Silly string. Pretty lame.
Pretty flammable. I love you, Cole.
Could this night get any more erotic?
Hey, Coley.
So what's everybody? That was the intro. So if anybody wants to watch along with us, they can. Otherwise, just throw some comments in there. We're going to watch The Babysitter Killer Queen. It's from 2020, TV mature. It's an hour and 41 minutes. It's currently on Netflix, so everybody should have it. Stars Judah Lewis as Cole, who comes back from the first movie. Samara Weaving has got her bit part as B. It's got Jenna Ortega, who's basically becoming the new Scream Queen of 2022, who recently debuted on the her show Wednesday, debuted on Netflix as well. And Emily Aylin Lind, however you pronounce her name, is Melanie. So I'm not going to go over the rest of the cast, but I'm going to go ahead and start it up in here a minute. I know Doug was here. I'm going to see Violent Night on Tuesday night. That's cool, man. I almost went to see that this weekend, and then my wife ended up having to work. And so I didn't want to I don't want to be that pathetic dude that goes to the movie by himself. I don't usually mind, but I don't like doing that at night. So I didn't have anybody that at the last minute that could go with me. So if you're going to watch this, I've already got it queued up. I just got to check my earbuds, but I'm going to go ahead and get it started. That way, if anybody else shows up, we can just talk about whatever we want. Are you ready to go, Dougie? And I see we got a couple of people watching, so whoever else is watching, I appreciate it. Anybody that drops along, drop a like on the video because I know it does help. Any of my videos that get any type of likes at all, I usually get more traffic on, so that does help. But here we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'm going to get my Roku app going. So, all right, I'm going to do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Babysitter Killer Queen. I think my earbuds are working. Let's make sure. Yep. I really enjoyed the first one, and I've watched the first Babysitter several times. I've never seen the guy that's the main character, but I've only watched Killer Queen, I think, one time. We were talking about last time how much difference the main character looked, that boy, and then the main girl in there, that ends up being his semi love interest at the beginning of this one. How much they've grown up just in, what was it, 2 years? Doug finished watching the Dahmer series. You know, I've watched the first 2 episodes, and I don't know, man. It was interesting, to say the least. I haven't decided whether I'm going to finish it or not. I guess I will. How many episodes is that thing? I don't even remember this part at the beginning. Is he having a dream? I'm assuming he is. Yeah. The first time I watched this, I left the room and came back, and I didn't even think that was the same boy. And then I looked it up, and it was. I'm like, geez, man, puberty. He really grew up in a couple years. 10 episodes? Huh. Hey, brother, what's going on, Cody? I appreciate you stopping by. If you wanted to watch, you could. We started The Babysitter. We don't have to. You know, I was talking to somebody a lot yesterday about the Friday the 13th movies. I think I might do a tier list of that, and we don't have to do a watch along, but I might do one of the topics coming up. We can sit down and we can talk about Friday the 13th, because if I did another review series, I think I would do that. I always tell everybody Friday the 13th to me is as far as a whole series, if I'm going to watch multiple movies in a row, I usually pick that for some reason over top of Halloween. Yeah, I forgot I thought he was at a real therapist when I first saw this, and he's laying in, isn't he laying in the 140? Was that where we at? 140 timestamp? Isn't that just the school doctor that he's laying in there talking to? What you been doing, Cody? Man, I've been busy all day. I'm tired. I was ready to sit down and watch something. Stinking Cowboys are playing, and they were stinking up the joint there for a few minutes. So probably good I'm not watching that, so my blood pressure don't go up. Doug says we're at 2:15 if anybody wants to join in and watch this. I was disappointed the first time I watched this that Samara Weaving wasn't a main character in it throughout the whole movie. And then this was the first time I had seen Jenna Ortega. Is anybody? I didn't know anything about anything she did on Disney or any of that stuff. So I didn't know her at all until I saw her in this. My Niners won, but Jimmy G's out for the season. Yeah, I know their backup quarterback didn't play too bad. We watched a few minutes of that on Red Zone there at the end. Doug said he still needs to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. If you not watched it at all, you don't mean just the new release, do you? You meant at all. We're at the title card, the Babysitter Killer Queen, if anybody wants to watch along. Excuse me. You know, if you haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I don't know if you know anything. Yeah, you're talking about 4K? Yeah, that's a weird movie. If anybody hasn't seen it, I always warn them. That movie's so different than the first one. That when I first saw it when I was younger, I hated it. And it's grown on me over the years because it's more of a satire. I don't remember. It's been so long. Were the two of these main characters hooked up this whole time between movies? I don't remember. But I haven't watched the whole movie, but that thing looks damn good in 4K. I'll give them credit, man. And they really, as the Rock says, shined that some bitch up nice. Watched 1031 Part 1 and 2 this weekend on TV. Pretty good anthology movies. I own those. I know I got the first one on Blu-ray. I really liked the first one. And I remember staying up watching the second one, I think on Tubi, and I fell asleep during it. I need to go back and finish it, but I really liked the first one. Oh, okay. I remember now. She's with that dude, that doofus. Part 3 just came out. Did it come out on physical media or did it just come out on streaming? I like Part 1 better than 2. Yeah, I definitely like Part 1. Here's Jenna Ortega entering here with her cool rock theme. I guess she's supposed to, everybody from day one supposed to think she's a badass. What's 1031? It's basically a B movie, like anthology horror picture. I'll look it up. I'll tell you. Cody, did you see Violent Night? Oh, it did. Okay, I have to check that out. No, I see it on there now. "1031's got 5 horror tales. It's been a while since I watched that. I need to go check that out. You know, was it you, Cody? I can't remember who commented on my post about the channel that said, instead of doing all these new movies, I think I'm going to start just picking obscure shit and reviewing it if I like it. Or, I mean, if I don't, kind of like say we watched Part 3 of that 1031 and it's crap, I could review that as well. Yeah, I was going to go see it, like I said, and then I couldn't. And then I got a work trip this coming weekend, so I doubt I'll get to go see it this week either. This is where she's screaming in the school. What's it about? I mean, it's like 5 tales. Shit, I spit on the microphone. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I don't even, it's been so long since I watched it. I don't even remember 1031. Had you guys heard or seen Jenna Ortega before she was in this? I was reading to see if it told the stories. I think it's a good idea. Watch something not a lot of other people are watching. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking then I can go back and do the newer stuff if I ever really catch on. Well, I think I'm gonna start. I need to do a better job. I need to start reviewing basically everything I watch on Shudder because there's a lot of shit on Shudder that's good. So there's a horror host in 1031. It's telling tales. The first one is called The First Old Hag. Follows a production company invited to an old inn to film a commercial in hopes of revitalizing the old tourist attraction. The second was called Trespassers. It's a young couple on their first date who investigate a local legend and learn it was more than a myth. The third one's called Killing the Dance, which follows a young girl working at a roller rink during Halloween when a mass killer makes an appearance, putting her and her little brother in danger. I remember that one. The fourth tale, The Halloween Blizzard of 91. And the fifth is The Samhain Slasher, or Samhain. Follows a group of partygoers who are visited by a serial killer who escaped captivity. That was the basic, Doug. That's your kind of description. The first one is worth watching, and he said, like I said, he's on Tubi. You should check it out. The girl best friend looks like a Samara Weaving. Yeah. Now that she got a little older, I guess they figured that people would forgive them since Samara Weaving isn't a full character in this. He thinks he's whacking. The guy who played the father, he's pretty funny. He said he had extremely dry elbows. Yeah, I forgot. He was traumatized and they assumed it was all in his head. But I'm hearing nothing but good things about That Violent Night. Most people say that it's basically Die Hard with Santa Claus as the John McClane character. So, Doug, if you go see it, let me know whether it's any good. You can like message me, and I definitely would try to see it during the holiday season. I'm gonna take a week and a half off at Christmas, I think. She has a set of lungs on her, and so does Jenna in this movie. Yeah, I know. Well, Jenna's already screamed, pun intended. You know, she's gonna be in the new Scream movie again. That should be good. I finished Wednesday, the Addams Family series. I thought it was really good. Other than without the family being in it as much, I think the concept drug out a little bit with the amount of episodes they had. Uncle Fester should have been in there a lot more. Either one of you guys watched Wednesday yet? They're going to send him to the psych house. I still need to watch it. Yeah, like I said, it's really good. Fred Armisen, you know that comedian used to be on Saturday Night Live? He shows up as Uncle Fester. And he does a really damn good job. They should have had Fester in the show a lot more. 2023 was the year for movies, and yes, I thought it was good, but why no Grandmama? Well, I think they didn't want to flood the show with everybody in it. Lurch wasn't in it very much. He was basically driving the car. This chick's got some big eyes. What big eyes you have? Pube stash. This is directed by McG. Did music videos. Did he do he didn't do the Charlie's Angels movies, did he? You said 2023 would be the year for movies. 2022 is pretty much the year for the resurgence of horror. I'm wondering 2023 will be basically everything else. Cousin, it didn't seem like he was related in her eyes. When the way she did her eyes right there, they were like huge. Are you looking at her eyes? Are you looking at something else? Oh, I forgot about that bunny. I guess I'm not gonna spoil it if anybody hadn't seen it. I guess this it is pretty clever the way they hook the two stories together, since Samara Weaving's character couldn't be in it. You Can't Blood start filming this weekend. Yeah, I saw the post on one of their Facebook pages. That's kind of cool. I've always been a sucker for those Camp Blood movies. They're cheesy. When I get paid, I'm going to order that other. Hey, Cody, did you order that latest Sterling box set? I ended up not being able to order it. I'm going to order it when I get paid, I think. And Wednesday, they didn't say Cousin It. Yeah. They just called it It. I'm fine with them changing it up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like the show or the movie. At least it was true to the characters. Was it Cousin It in the like comics or whatever they did, and like in the cartoon? Oops. Oh, he's getting ready to have his anxiety. Hopefully he'll make another box set since this one won't fit it in. He'll make another box set since this one won't fit it in. What do you mean? No, I haven't. Although after watching the teaser for it, I'm excited about it. Yeah, me too. I told him I was going to order one. I just told him that money was a little tight. My damn taxes and car insurance and everything were all due. Thelma and Louise. Clam Bud box is full, so this newest movie won't fit in. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I unboxed that on the channel. I didn't remember whether it was an extra one in there or not. Well, that sucks. So if they're filming it now, when will it be actually released? He was smoking doobies with this guy, right? Is that what I don't remember. We need to all right, so there's a night you tried to stick it in my. They called it something else. He had a last name in a Wednesday show. In the movies and television show, he was Cousin It, so I don't know if it's related in the show. Maybe he'll be in the second season. Yeah, I don't know. If your box set came with Children of Camp Blood, then it's full. Should be out in January. I think I got mine before that, but I think I got Children of Camp Blood and then put it in there later. I can't remember. But I do have that. So if we switch things up, I'll probably do the live stream next Sunday night because I'm not home Friday night. So that'll be the 11th. And then we need to decide what I'm going to do about the new year, because I might move it back to Friday night. I snagged a few of the perks during the Indiegogo. That's cool. You have to send me some photos of what you ended up with. Here's what I was thinking. Should I even do a live stream during Christmas weekend, like the 23rd? Because I know I'm not doing it the 24th and 25th, obviously. Should I do one on the 23rd? Or should we just do one on the 18th? And then I can do the next one on like December the 30th. What do you guys think? I want to watch something Christmas. I was thinking about we could do one both days. Maybe I start getting more. We'll do when you get them in. I can try. What do you mean? Yeah, so Krampus. Is there anything Christmas that's on Netflix that everybody would have? Switch to Friday the week before and see how it goes, maybe. Yeah. What are you talking about? Should I switch to the 16th or the 23rd? I want to do one on the 23rd. Anybody be available? Hey, what's going on, man? Sorry I didn't have time to get with you this week. I'll touch base. I should have some more free time now. We did a discussion on Santa with muscles on my channel yesterday. Oh God, I haven't seen that in ages. All right, we'll do a live stream on Friday the 23rd that night. We need to pick something Christmas that we can watch. One of the bad Santas. I don't know if it's on there. First Bad Santa is good. What about, is there anything good horror related? Santa Claus that we could watch? It's on Tubi. Haven't aged well. You talking about Santa with muscles? Oh God! I mean, it wasn't great to begin with. I can imagine watching it now. Yeah, we need to pick a. Just watch the first episode of George and Tammy. I haven't watched that yet. Was it any good? We're watching I'm watching the Babysitter. If you guys wanted to watch it, we're at the point where he goes to the Jen Ortega's. They're at on the boat, getting ready to get on the jet skis. She's a porn star. I think the girl's selling the condoms. Really? Santa Sleigh Jack Frost. I got damn Jack Frost. Is Jack Frost on there? Is that on Tubi? He said amazing. All right, I'll have to check it out. So wrestling. So yeah, Santa Sleigh. Is that the one with Goldberg? Wouldn't it? When you look on Netflix. Or I guess Tubi doesn't matter. We could do Tubi, and then if it's got commercials, we can bullshit during the commercials. Yeah. So we'll watch a Christmas horror movie on the 23rd. That'd be cool. And I might stay on Friday nights after that. Yeah, I watch wrestling. Mostly the WWE. Every once in a while, if I know something's good, it's going to be on AEW, I'll watch it. I heard the second Jack Frost sucks. It does, but the original release, I don't know if you saw on my channel, I bought Jack Frost 2 on Blu-ray, and it ended up being the damn TV cut of it. And then so I ended up having to mail it in and get the uncut disc, and now if you buy it, you can buy it with the uncut version. Like the dollar store video. Appreciate it, man. I've seen you make comments on my videos. I appreciate the support all you guys do. Anybody that pops in here, please drop a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Make sure I missed it. So, yeah, Jack Frost itself isn't that good, dude. So, watching the second one is more like, hey, I've survived the first one. So now I need to watch it. So, Jade Cargill is going to be confronted by Sasha Banks. You think so? You think they're really going to be able to get Sasha on AEW? I saw she wore that dollar bill outfit. I mean, Sasha just finished filming a movie. Well, it's not really the director's cut. You talking about Jack Frost? The TV cut out all the good kills, and it cut out the damn nudity that was in it, which made the only thing that made it worth watching. So then they add it back in there. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for the Ghost Ship DVD you found. It. Yeah, that one, Haunting of Mary Celeste or something. Dude, I would have bought that just for that damn slipcover. That looked cool as hell. And it reminded me of Ghost Ship. Somebody, when I was eating lunch the other day at work, we were talking about Ghost Ship because I was talking about. All right, they're on the boat now. If anybody's watching this with us. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we were talking about greatest horror movie openings, and Ghost Ship definitely is one of those movies where the opening is excellent and the rest of the movie is kind of garbage. I wish they made teen movies. What do you mean? I heard the amount Banks is asking to come back to WWE is too high, so I don't see AEW paying that. I see him paying that. He's fucking stupid. He'll pay that for a year just to get her, and then he'll waste her like he's done everybody else that he's brought on there. They wouldn't pay what Bray was asking. See, I think Triple H basically, because Bray came through FCW and NXT, he wanted to keep that homegrown talent. So I look for him to make a big offer to Sasha, but it probably isn't what she wants. Winner is coming last 2 years. First year, Sting debut. Second, Christian Cage. You really think Sasha's going to debut? Sorry about that. Had kernels in it. This is when they're kissing in the closet. This nerd gets more action than anybody I've ever seen. Shit. Selena Gomez. Yeah, okay, I understand now. I hate when movies from the Dollar Tree and the digital code doesn't work. Yeah, man. I mean, most of those movies are old. They didn't been through Walmart, and they're, I will say that I've gotten more digital codes to work at the Dollar Tree than I have gotten where they didn't work. Also, Doug, don't just go to Voodoo. Go or try Voodoo, try Movies Anywhere and other sites to make sure the code. Sometimes I've had one that didn't work on one and worked on another. Then you can link them all together. I think it's crazy that Regal had a clause in his AEW contract that he could go back to WWE. Well, that's not really what happened. Because I don't think he knew whether Triple H was coming back or not. I mean, Triple H had a heart attack. So the clause supposedly was it was 3 years, but he could back out of it after 9 months. And 9 months just happened to be now. And he basically backed out of it. And then Triple H is going to end up re-signing him to help run NXT. She hates WWE so much she will. Maybe I'll just tell you this: it's going to be big ratings for them at the beginning, but I think Sasha Banks is highly overrated. The last couple years she's skated in the WWE. She's done nothing to change her character, and it's the same boring matches every time. She's a good wrestler, but she doesn't do well with new talent. But they need something other than that Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey is hot fucking garbage. Yeah, I was wondering if he was really leading the crowd with that outfit Cargill wore, or whether it was real or not. The Zoolander didn't work, nor did the Lazarus Effect. Yeah, but Lazarus Effect, dude, has been out to the Dollar Tree like over 2 years. I found that last year. So that means it was in Walmart the year before that. So that's like 3 years old. My favorite wrestlers are Real American Fights the Right Every Man. My favorite wrestler is a Real American Fights the Right Every Man. You talking about Hulk Hogan? AEW has more talent than they do TV time. Exactly. He needs to quit hiring people, and he needs to concentrate on utilizing the talent. All right, they're chopping people's heads, man, here, and slitting necks, throats. It says, I like that. It said, what the fuck again? Give us a time, man. Yeah, AEW needs to concentrate on getting more people TV time. They've hired new people that have been on TV in the last couple of weeks, and Miro hasn't had a match on TV in like 6 months or longer. The feud with Paige is money. You talking about which Page? You mean Hangman Page? Because that is cool. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Hulk Hogan. This is when the bad guys come back, everybody. Sasha Saraya, yeah, that'd be good. Collecting and hobbies, Maximum. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Oh, speaking of wrestling, look at that badass avatar he's got of Alexa Bliss. Do you guys think that Alexa's going to end up going back with Bray with all that shit flashing behind her every time that she's on there? She's got it, and she's giving everybody like the evil eye. I like how they show the deaths of the crew when they're coming in here. Gorgeous black ghost. I'm not Casper. I will wreck your shit. Did the laser effect redeem for you? Yeah, but I think it was last year when I got it. I think I remember because I do have it on digital because I remember, and that's only where I bought it is the Dollar Tree. Sometimes I get to find DVDs in Dollar Tree. Yeah, you mean you buy the Blu-rays in there? Those are pretty. I actually found a decent amount of Blu-rays in the. I did. I just finished. Like I said, I apologize to everybody. I'm late posting videos. I just finished the videos are posted that I did right up to Black Friday, and I'm editing the ones that I did for Black Friday. I really could put them all in one video, man, but I know nobody wants to sit down and watch 30-minute Dollar Tree videos. So, where'd you redeem it? Didn't work for me. I don't remember. I usually do movies anywhere if it gives the option, and then because I've got all my accounts leaked through movies anywhere, my Vudu, my Apple, iTunes, everything. Oscar's the only one. What? Oscar is the one they are for. Oh, it is when the dude does the hammer dance. You guys like Bella Thorne that's in this movie? I like her. I think she's hotter than Samara Weaving. I wish they had made her the main character. What you talking about HD DVDs? What DVD would be in HD? Unless your player's upscaling them. The videos with Bray. You think so? You think they're for Oscar? Like every time they show Alexa, his butterfly and stuff comes on the screen. I like Bella Thorne in this. She's good. In the face. You remember that in The Hangover when that guy shot him and he was like, in the face. And what's with that guy without his fucking shirt on all the time? Triple H Swerve, you think so? I guess it is kind of obvious if it turns out to be Alexa. But Alexa is such a better heel, man. She is like not good in a face role. She needs to be heel. So give me an example of a movie where they do a HD transfer and put it on a DVD disc. It seems like they're going for Becky, maybe. If you think she'll go to SmackDown and go after Ronda, or you think Charlotte's going to come back and go after her, and then if so, who's going to challenge Bianca at WrestleMania? Captain Howdy is Bo Dallas. Yeah, it sure does. Sure as hell looks like Captain Bo Dallas under there. His eyes. And it sort of sounds like Brace, but they're manipulating his voice, and he sounds a little bit like that. I don't know. Do we really need Bo Dallas? All right, so everybody's getting ready to go after the two main characters, Jenna Ortega. I don't even know what the hell is this dude's name. I forget his name. Charlotte returned at the Rumble. God, I hope she doesn't win it though. Yeah, I know. I like Charlotte, like wrestling wise, but I don't like her character, and I don't like the fact that they push her over everybody. Triple H knows wrestling. I'll give you that. You gotta believe. Oh, who was his tag partner? I don't know what they're doing with Bray and Alexa, but Alexa zoned out last time they showed Wyatt symbol behind her, so maybe they will reunite. Yeah, I don't know. I just know either way, she needs to be a heel. Bailey's my fave. Yeah, and I think we mentioned that last stream. They're screwing Bailey over because there's no way that in one of those tag matches Bailey should have, at least her team should have won. And why in the hell didn't they win War Games? There's no reason that you could have had. I know the only reason they let Bianca's team win is because Becky returned, but you could have saved Becky. Becky could have returned at the Rumble. I love AEW, but God, things are crazy. I wouldn't say that I love AEW. At one point, I'd gotten tired of AEW and WWE, and I was mostly watching NXT, but that was when it was black and gold. Curtis Axel. Yeah, shit, I forgot that. How did I not remember that? I have maximum Blu-ray 4K transfer and 4K sound and regular 4K movies. Yeah, anything new, I'll buy in 4K. But I was telling the guys, you weren't here last time, that I'm starting to wait and watch reviews of people before I buy catalog titles in 4K, because the last couple I've bought have been super trash. It's like at Saturday Night Fever I bought was hot garbage. What you watching next week? I don't know. Should we watch? I was thinking about talking about Friday the 13th. Maybe we could watch one of those. Is any of those on? I figured everybody owns Friday the 13th. At least one of them. Maybe we should do that. Don't forget Freddie Prinze is starting something big in 2023. Is there enough wrestling hours in a week to have Freddie Prinze? You know, I think he's doing that because he's pretty pissy that he didn't stay in with the WWE's. Oops. The NXT War Games matches were amazing. Yeah, I really liked the way they progressed the Bloodline story. You know, as they, who is it? JD from New York. If you guys watch him on YouTube, he's good. He always says that long-term booking is what AEW was good at the beginning, and now they suck at it. And now the WWE with Triple H is starting to do long-term booking. I watch only WWE with Trish Stratus. Yeah, you watched during the Attitude Era then. Trish Stratus was pretty amazing. You know this dude, we're at the point in Babysitter Killer Queen when Jenna Ortega they're running and this dude is on the beach playing his guitar or whatever. You know who that actor is right there? I don't know his name, but he played one of the guys, the couple that lived in the Myers house in Halloween Kills. Big John, Little John. He was Big John. There's a Christmas movie we could watch. What do you mean? Do we want to watch a Christmas horror movie? I'm definitely on the 23rd of December. I want to watch a Christmas movie, but I don't know if we want to watch a Christmas movie next week. So we got the 11th. If we come back on here on the 11th, what do we want to watch on the 11th? You guys give me some ideas. I loved it when Alexa had those powers like the Fiend during the pandemic. She was a badass. Yeah, I think they screwed it up, though. There's no way that the Fiend should have lost to Randy Orton. That was stupid as hell. Bloodline face turn coming from Solo. Yeah, I almost think everybody thinks it's going to be Sammy that turns first. But it would almost be too predictable. And I wish Solo would turn and actually cost Roman at least one of the belts. I was a big WCW guy during the Monday Night Wars and was really into TNA. Hey, I wasn't big in the WCW when Hogan and Flair and when Nash and the Outsiders and Scott Hall first got there, I liked it. But when Hogan got there and the NWO got so watered down, I got tired of watching it. And I basically went all WWE at that point. But TNA, dude, they were really big in the South. And so when they first started on television and they were doing a lot of house shows, they used to come to North Carolina, which is a state down from me, and in Virginia. And I went to probably 10 or 12 shows over about a year period of time. I did all the meet and greets in front of them. I met all the wrestlers. I got all the autographs. I got online, bought copies of the shows I went to online. I got to meet Samoa Joe, Abyss, Christian, Billy Gunn, all the big dudes that were there. Roman Owens at the Rumble and Roman Zayn at Chamber. Yeah, that's what I hear. But did you hear about that flack that Owens got for popping Roman on the head and so hard that he thought he busted his eardrum. Wolfpack for life. Did they do the Too Sweet? I know NWO for life. WWE just hire Eric Young back. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Why? Do we need Eric Young at all? I mean, unless they're going to rebuild. What was the team that had Nikki Cross in it? The most fun I ever had at wrestling is with the TNA house shows. Me too, brother. Those were good, especially when you, like I said, I met AJ Styles, Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, and Kazarian. Those guys are super nice. Amityville, when the Asian girl got trapped at the room and her holy pendant got thrown out by itself. That was a scary scene. Never got afraid in the movie. Which Amityville was that? Man, I wished I'd gotten that Amityville box set of not the one that's got the main movies in it, the one that's got like 92 and all the other ones. I missed getting that. I thought it was crap. Didn't get it, and now I wished I'd gotten it. Yeah, Sanity. Yeah, both you guys said it. I couldn't remember the name of that group. I like that group in NXT. I don't know, man. I just don't think they need Eric Young back. The WWE's getting ready to get too watered down like AEW. They need to make sure they push the people they've got already. What's the if anybody watches this with us, what's the time? I can't see shit. 41:40 by my television. I really wish they would 2016 one. I don't know which one that is. I got to see Ric Flair versus Kurt Angle at one of them. Those were interactive. I met so many wrestlers too. Black Machine. Yeah, Jay Lethal was pretty cool. Maybe I should here's what I would do. I would go to a show like at the beginning of the summer and I would take photos with them. And then I would go to work and I would print out the photos. And the next show I went to, I would get them to autograph the photos of me and them. I did that with Team 3D with Bully Ray and Devon. Friday the 13th is coming back as a Peacock TV prequel series. Yep. Supposedly it's going to be a prequel series with the mother and young Jason, and maybe have some flashbacks to the movies, not the movies, but the time frame of the movies, like to show him. They possibly could have him in the hockey mask, but like, back and forth. And then supposedly they confirmed there's going to be a movie in 2023 as well. If we watch the Friday the 13th movie next week, which one would you guys want to watch? Like I said, the topic can just be Friday the 13th, but we don't have to actually watch it. 7:47 p.m. Pacific. Oh, you're Pacific? Yeah, I'm 10:47 p.m. here on the East Coast. I got to meet Kurt Angle in the ring with the IWGP and TNA titles at one of them. That's pretty sweet. I don't think I met Kurt Angle. I can't remember. I think he was there right after I went to a lot of these shows. But they were still cool. I remember when I met Billy Gunn, he was up in the ring. Halloween House moved in the... Yeah, I remember that. Amityville in the Hood. That just came out recently, didn't it? They can't use Jason as a kid victim. No, they said in the article I read, everything is canon. Everything is available. They can use anything they want in this Friday the 13th TV show. They said they can use him as a kid, and they can use him in the hockey mask if they want. I think what they did was once he won, it sounds like they went back and worked out some kind of deal, because there's also going to be a movie coming out, and that way they might be both working together as far as sharing. Both of those guys, Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham, are like in their 70s, right? It's stupid as hell that it took this long for them to make a deal where they both wouldn't share the money. So what are they going to both do? Die and never make another damn dollar off of it, and then have it to where their families are fighting for it afterwards? That's so stupid. At the time, I didn't even know any of that was going on, and that I wondered why they didn't call them Friday the 13th, and they called it just like, Jason X and the final Friday and all that shit. I know Victor's a good dude. Interviewed him years ago. That's cool. What was his what was the main thing he talked about? Friday 13 Part 5 next week. That was the first one I saw. Ooh, Part 5 is like Jason and goes to porn. The first one I saw in theaters, Friday the 13th, was Part 6, Jason Lives. You have to send some of those house show pics. I'll show you some of mine. Yeah, I got a binder somewhere up here in this room. There for a while, man, I was big into wrestling. I watched TNA, WWE, anything that was basically on. I forget what was on Access TV. Everything, yeah. Maybe we'll watch Friday 13 Part 6. Does everybody have that? I figure if we watch it, yeah, everybody's got all those. This is when they're having it. Jenna Ortega's talking to Cole. I don't even remember what her character's name is. What's Jenna Ortega's character's name in this? Man, she's been in so much shit this past year. I like her though. She's good. She's been in what? Scream. She was in X. She was in Studio 666. She was in Wednesday. I've interviewed a lot of people, probably 5,000 personalities. Really? Man, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, I started checking out some of the stuff on your channel. I watched a couple of interviews on there. That's pretty cool. Hey, I think I want to review Christmas Story, Christmas, right? Like, the week of Christmas. You think you would be able to get me a quick interview with the guy that was in there like you did? That would be kind of cool. As much as they charge for meet and greets now, it's insane how many people you could meet at TNA house shows. It wasn't even $50, was it? Wasn't it like an extra $30, or it was either 30 or 50, and you could meet everybody that was available there. Victor Miller owns Friday the 13th worldwide, but Sean Cunningham won the rights for USA only. Yeah. Jason or Meyer hits my door, going to get. It's all right when they're. It doesn't matter, man. They filled both of them with bullets, and it didn't help. I need to see Pearl. I watched Pearl. I was a little bit disappointed in it. I think people are overblowing it. I'm not sure. I'll hit you up. Is there a way I could email him or hit him on social media and ask him myself? I'll be waiting in the doggy door. That's funny. Yeah, Doug, Pearl, I liked it. But that was weird. That was a good special effect there with the bunny rabbit getting killed in my one earbud. It's kind of, some of the special effects only show up in one ear. Dream job interview. Everyone is on Facebook. Okay. I think if you had tickets for the first couple rows, it was included pre-show meet and greet. Then they had people during an intermission, and yeah, I remember every time I always had front row because we got shit thrown on us one time. I was at a Ring of Honor show. It was Seth Rollins' last Ring of Honor appearance before he went to WWE. He didn't even drop the title, I don't think. He fought Claudio, which is Cesaro, and they fought all over the little high school arena place that it was in, and in the concession stand and everything, and we all followed behind them like throughout the building as they were fighting. It was one of the best shows I ever went to. I was up in Northern Virginia, a couple hours from where I live. I don't get why some things get 4K and some movies don't. I don't get why some things only get DVD releases at Walmart and some things don't get Blu-ray releases. It's just ridiculous. I know some of it is just how much it costs to produce them. Did you like the interviews? Yeah, I liked the ones that I watched so far. They were good. It was real low key. The person seemed like they were real relaxed and And it was what, it was better than some of the interviews I watched that seem almost like they're staged. I don't like just scripted ones where everybody knows, just answers the same exact question. I like it when it feels like the one I did with a couple people at the beginning. They afterwards told me they enjoyed it because it was more like a casual conversation they had. Look, she got shot in the boob again. Oh, bullet sponges. Okay, I'll use what? I don't understand what you meant. She got shot in the boob again. How dare they? Oh, I forgot she got stuck in between the rocks. That's pretty cool. They're pulling on her. Oh, it's funny. That's pretty gnarly. They pull her head off. And then the fucking boulder lands on her. That's funny. This movie isn't as good as the first one, but it's still pretty good. I got the Blu-ray of both of these from somebody in one of the Facebook groups that made it for me. She called him Baby Dolphin. Bullets. What did he hit him with? Was that her leg? He hit her with her leg. Myers and Jason's bullets don't work. Well, my rifles. But yeah, bullets ain't gonna kill Myers and Jason. Jason's already dead at this point, depending on what timeline you go by. Am I the only one that enjoyed the zombie versions of Jason? Like I was getting ready to say earlier, Jason Lives was the first one I saw in theaters. And it's become one of my favorite ones. It's almost like they kind of made it seem like a old Universal monster movie. It's got a lot of homages to, classic horror characters and stuff like that. I have a pair of Christopher Daniel ring-worn tights with an 8x10 promo of him wearing them. Bought them from him directly. Easily my favorite TNA wrestler. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call him my favorite, but he was really cool. Him and you remember what was the name of the group they had that had Elix Skipper? Wasn't the two of them a tag team? The balls again. Yeah, he's she always getting shot in the boob, and he's always getting hit in the balls. Hey, there's Samara Weaving for like 2 seconds. Triple X. Was it just those two members, or was it three of them? Was Kazarian in there, or was it just the two? With Low Key. Oh, yeah, I remember him now. Talk about somebody got wasted in the WWE. Didn't he was Cabal in the WWE, or was he in NXT? Either way. Didn't he have like a 8675309 Jenny? I forgot that was in there. So yeah, I forgot. Did Low Key have a when didn't he have a shitty attitude? Thought he was like way better than he was. Yeah, say hello to my little friend. I talked to Peter Anthony some. I'm gonna probably try to get him on there. Maybe I get him on there talking about Friday the 13th. I might just do some easy videos. I might record like a tier list to start. He's a prick. because I don't know how in the hell I would rank the Friday the 13th movies. That'd be hard to do. But it wouldn't be that difficult to do a tier list. What I was saying earlier is I think I might be one of the few that silly string, bitch, flammable. Am I one of the few that likes most of those zombie ones? Because I know that I love Jason Lives, and I'm a really big fan of Part 7, uh, The New Blood, and that's what Anthony made his fan film. Basically, I think it was supposed to be after 7, and it's pretty much Tina continuing that story. Ooh, in the face. That's gross. But I don't despise part 8. I just think what happens with part 7 and 8 is the endings are so unbelievably bad that they drag the movie down. And I'm not one that picks on Friday 13 part 8 for not being in New York. If you read the story, they just couldn't afford to film there. Hard to hate part 7 when it's King Hodder's first film. Yeah, I know. I love part 7. That's one of the best. A lot of people that make fun of it say it's because like when Kane Hodder is going through all that shit with Tina and he starts breathing hard and making him in his face, you can see some emotion on it. And they're like, well, he can't even breathe. Why would he be breathing hard? And I was like, I don't think it's more that he's breathing hard. I think it's more like he's pissed off, like, so it'd be like what he would do naturally. Yeah, Jason takes Vancouver. If you ever played Dead Island, Jason comes out using my little friend. I played, I think, the first Dead Island like right when it first came out, and that was my son. I think it just started getting into video games, but I like part 6, 7, and 8. Like I said, if part 8's ending wasn't so garbage, and then part 7, why her father is still looks just like he did when he went into the water, I'll never know. If they didn't have those two, if they didn't have those two endings, it would be a lot better. Cody, what is your favorite Friday the 13th movie, or anybody that's in the chat? What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie? What's this girl look like now that's in this movie? Has she done anything recently? Shit, I clicked on the wrong thing. She was in Dr. Sleep. I don't remember her in Dr. Sleep. Man, she's been in some crap. Every Breath You Take. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. She's in Gossip Girl, so she's doing TV stuff. Oh, well. I guess Mike Myers comes out. I had his medicine. Do you like the original 4 Friday movies or basically ones? No, that's what I was saying earlier. Friday the 13th as a whole, I like almost the whole series. I don't like the final Friday, Jason Goes to Hell, very much. It's got some good kills in it, especially the chick that gets the tent pole through her breasts. My favorites are the first 4. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think the first one is a little boring, but it's still decent. It's more like a whodunit than a typical slasher. I really like the second one. I don't like the third one as much as I know it's iconic because he gets his mask. But one of the problems I'd have with it is the way that thing is supposed to be over the same weekend, why does Jason look so different than he did at the end of part 2? So he got freaked out by all the people. He went home and shaved his head and shaved his beard and everything off. I don't know. When you taking off? He said, I will be off basically the 23rd. I'm only going to work a part day. Let me get my calendar up. So 23rd, I can do anything. And then I'm off until I don't go back to work until January 4th. So I'll be off the Christmas weekend, that entire week after, and then New Year's weekend. And then we're closed on the 2nd. And then they go back on the 3rd. And I think I'm taking an extra day. The first day back to work after the long holidays is the worst. So I'm going to let everybody else come back one day early. And then I'll go back the day after that. Now I need to take out Freddie. You taking them all out? I don't know if I have a favorite movie. Least favorite, probably 5. I think the movie that The Burning is what part 1 should have been. Yeah, I can see that. But maybe that's what we do. If we watch maybe we'll watch a Friday the 13th next week. I think I really want to watch part 6. Would you guys be opposed to watching part 6? But I really like part 4. That's why I said, I think I want to do a tier list of that before I ever even think about doing a ranking, because I can kind of envision the ones that would be at the top of my tier list. And then maybe that's what I'll do is next week we'll discuss it. And then I'll do my tier list after that. Transformers Rise of Beast coming out during my birthday week. When's your birthday week? Aren't they all those movies? Like everything. I wish they would make a sequel to the reboot. I love the tunnel idea. Well, I like the whole concept of the reboot. I know that most people hate that. What's the douchebag character? But I think they did that on purpose. The first 5 are just so give me nostalgia for the 80s. Yeah, I agree. 5 is not bad if you literally put Jason in part 5 and not have that stupid ass, somebody else replacing him. I thought it was a really good concept of having it potentially be Tommy, eventually taking over for Jason. That was kind of weird, don't you think, that they had ideas where it could be Tommy taking over for Jason, and also where Jamie Lloyd was going to take over for Myers, and then both of them shit the bed as far as them not going through with their ideas. He pissed on her face. June 6th is my birthday, and it comes out June 8th. That's cool. I'd rather do Freddy versus Jason. Oh, God. I haven't watched that one in a while. We might could do that. You guys care? We watch Freddy versus Jason? Freddy versus Jason. My favorite part is when Jason is walking through that cornfield on fire, and he's got the machete that's on fire. What movie am I most excited for in 2023, and why is it Cocaine Bear? Did you see those pricks hit me with a copyright claim and won't release it on that? And I actually had a decent amount of views on that thing. I mean, it was probably like 200 pretty quick. I hate Universal Pictures. They're so I mean, look, dude, if I get like my everybody wonders why I do those Dollar Tree videos. I'll just go ahead and tell you why I break them up like that and do them. I get my most views off of that. Rob Zombie should have made Halloween Part 3. Yes, he should. If I had to pick just one, probably pick part 3. I love Dana Kimmel. She's hot. Yeah, I like her too. She was hot. She was a good final girl up until the very end. The ending of that ruins it for me. There's no way she would be having a nightmare about his mother coming up out of there. She never even knew his mother existed and what she would have looked like. And then, I don't know. I just thought that whole thing about her saying she got raped, and then it turned out it probably was Jason that did it. And the way he looked in the past was the way he looked in part 3, even though that's not the way he looked in part 1 or 2. I don't know. Hey, Mega Movies, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. You called it during your reaction video. It would happen. Yeah, I know it. That Universal Pictures are assholes. I mean, you got to basically be like uh, a big popular YouTuber, I guess, before they. Well, I say that. I heard that Universal did something with Dead Meat where they wouldn't release their stuff. I think they just go by the bot too much. This movie is what introduced me to Jen Ortega. Yeah, me too. That's what I said. We pretty far into it. Where are we at, Doug? You keeping up with what time we're at? Sorry, I usually announce it. We're like an hour and 5 minutes into it. So this was the first time I saw Jenna Ortega too. I really like Jenna Ortega. Like I said, this has been her year. So it was cool to go back. How does everyone else get away with releasing the reaction trailer to Well, I mean, I released it and nobody else probably mentions it. I just think it's funny. Everything I've tried to do with Universal Pictures, even a live stream that I did where I reacted to a trailer and I didn't even have the audio playing very loud, and I reversed the movie. I reverse my trailers. If you notice, everything's a mirror and to the end, and then I'll put the title back because most of the time that'll get it to where I don't get hit with copyright claims. So every video, I haven't had a copyright claim in months, and then finally got one. And like I said, I don't know if you guys know the difference. The difference in a copyright claim and a strike is a claim, they don't make you remove your video, but the person who puts the claim in gets any revenue from your video. If you get hit with a copyright strike, that means you're basically just stealing their idea and you're not doing anything as far as for commentary or review or anything fair use. But I got hit when I did the whatever that last Purge movie was. Everything I've ever done Universal, they hit me with a damn copyright claim. Was last time hot in the new XXX. Hey, Mega Movies. I know you might be watching. We were talking about Friday the 13th a few minutes ago. If you're still on here, what's your favorite Friday the 13th movie out of the bunch? Somebody said part 5. Somebody said they like the first 4 or the first 5, and then I said part 6 is really high on my list. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it was the first one I saw in theaters. And then I really love A New Blood with Kane Hodder. So I think Jason Brooks, who's been in those fan films, does a really good job. It's almost like he is a combination of C.J. Graham and Kane Hodder mixed together. His mannerisms and stuff. He does a lot of the Kane Hodder stuff, but when he walks, it's kind of like at a decent pace, kind of like C.J. Graham did. How old was Jenna Ortega in this? So they're lip locking right now. He's smooching up on Wednesday Addams. They got the roller coaster, the opening flowers. I thought this part was a little bit stupid right here with him dancing. So I'm supposing that they're getting it on. Is that what this is supposed to be? That shit's funny. Look, 16. Yeah, she looks really young in this one. This is the kind of movie weirds me out though. Like they're sexualizing somebody as young as she is. Yeah, how old is Jenna Ortega? I think she just turned 20. And so this came out in 2020. So she might be 18 in this. She's really young looking. She is good in X. I wish she would had a bigger role in it. Doug was asking earlier, talking about, you said you need to watch Pearl. I think Pearl is overrated. Could have been 18. I think she's probably right at 18 in this. The problem I've got is I'm a little bit jaded. I've seen so many damn movies, is that people go crazy over some of these new movies and talk about how they're the best movie of the year, or they're, the greatest horror movie they've seen in a while. And so they said that with Smile. They said that with Pearl. I know why people say that with Pearl, because Mia Goth's performance in there is so good. I'm taking off my what? Your door's knocking, getting my little friend. The Pearl was, like I said, her performance was really good, but dude, the first half of that movie is kind of boring. If it wasn't for her and her decent performance, that movie first half of that movie would have been like trash until something started happening. At least in X, the movie is kind of interesting. The characters are really cool. You got the sexy porn actresses, you got the older guys, the director, you got a little bit of all the different types of people interacting, and they make it interesting, their conversation. Pearl was boring to me for like the first 30 minutes or so until stuff started happening. The last act is really good, and she does like an amazing, like they're doing a flashback to what killed Jenna Ortega's parents in this movie. So she does her little monologue. It's like 10 minutes without stopping. So her performance is really good. But other than that, I mean, I was a little bit disappointed in Pearl. And I thought Smile was basically, somebody quoted me, well, they had the same idea as me, is that Smile was basically It Follows and The Ring smashed together. So what did you guys think? Did anybody see Smile? Well, hey, look, I don't have to worry about the Cowboys game. It's currently 47-19. So that's cool. Dallas has scored. They were losing. Holy shit. No, it was 21. It was 21-19, and they didn't score in the third, and Dallas has scored 26 points in the fourth quarter. Cowboys showed up in the second half. Yeah, they have scored 26 points in the fourth quarter. They did a touchdown pass from Prescott to Gallup. They had a 38-yard fumble recovery. They had a Tony Pollard with a 30-yard rush, and they had Ezekiel Elliott with a 4-yard rush. Holy shit. I thought Ring and Grudge were close. Yeah, I give you that. The reason I said It Follows is because, It Follows is where when you had the sex with the person and it passed it to them and then the thing was following you. It was kind of like the curse followed you, kind of like the It Follows thing. I think the It Follows needs that movie definitely needs a sequel. Never seen It Follows because it sucked. Dude, It Follows. I mean, I'm not saying the other people don't say it sucked. It's one of my favorite movies. That Maker Monroe and introduced me to her. She's a good actress. She makes that movie. If you watched my review, Significant Other, that's on Paramount Plus. She makes that movie. That movie's a little boring toward the back end if it wasn't for her performance. And she's in that movie on Shudder, The Watcher, where it's almost like a reverse take on Rear Window. That she is really good in that movie. I recommend that. I bought that on Blu-ray. Matt Ryan threw 4 interceptions. That's good. I was thinking Dallas might have a down game because but they're 4-7-1, the Colts. So I figured that might be one of the ones. It says Matt Ryan just fumbled. Somebody just fumbled the ball. Plays under review. Dude, Dallas has like really scored a lot of points. Dak's thrown 1 interception, but he's thrown 3 touchdowns. Either way. Sorry, we need to vote. Whoever's left in the chat, throw a comment. What Friday the 13th movie do you want to watch next week? Like I said, that might not be streaming, but everybody owns the Friday the 13th movies. That's why I thought it might be cool to watch one of those. We watched Halloween Ends before. We need to watch some classics. And maybe if after the first of the year, some of the watch-alongs we'll do like some classics, like the original Halloween, original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, original Nightmare on Elm Street, like all the Friday the 13th, all the number ones. And I could do a video afterwards where we could like rank the first chapters in the best horror movies. I'm talking about classics over here, and Cody comes up with Snakes on a Fucking Plane. That movie's good though. I like it. I like Samuel L. Jackson in that. You're funny. I'm talking about classics, and he brings up Snakes on a Plane. There's so much blood that squirts out when these people get stabbed in this movie. See, Cody, the problem I've got is we'd have to make sure that the people own the movies if they're not streaming, so we wouldn't have to. If we wanted them to watch, they could watch along while we're talking about it. But see, I figured that would be a good discussion is Friday the 13th, because I really like to know people's opinion of whether they like the first movies or whether they are more like the ones on back end. Part 3, 5, or 7. All right, we got our first votes in. What is your vote, Cody? I wanted to watch 6 or 4. And then Doug said Freddy versus Jason. He's cutting his arms off. Was that her dad she just killed? I don't know. So whoever's in the chat, fire it up. If we watch a Friday the 13th movie, I'm going to watch it on Sunday, but then we're going to switch to Fridays, I think. Or I could do Sundays on the 11th and 18th, and then we'll do our first Christmas one. We got to think of a Christmas movie we can watch on the 23rd. I know, but I figured we'd pick if Friday the 13th would be a good topic, so you could bullshit around with this really good on a Friday the 13th one. But we do need to decide what's something we can talk about it over the next 2 weeks. But I want to do a Christmas movie, preferably a horror movie. If not, we can watch Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. You hate part 6. Oh, you're breaking my heart. That's one of my favorite ones. Part 6, like way up there for me. I love it when they bring him back. It's kind of like the Frankenstein story. I don't mean to be a perv, but that girl's got a pretty nice set on her there. I love this part when they're doing the fight sequence, like it's Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, whatever you call it. This is funny. Why do you not like Friday the 13th Part 6? It's got Alice Cooper songs in it. Everything about Part 6 is good. Other than when Jason wakes up after being stabbed and hit with the bolt of lightning, why would if he's been in the ground and his rest of his body is rotten, why would his one of his eyeballs still be like brand new? Black Christmas. Oh, I didn't think about that. Does everybody have Black Christmas though? If not, is it streaming anywhere? Doug, do you have Black Christmas? What about Silent Night, Deadly Night? The first one. Because I have to think about that. Like I said, I want one that our main guys can watch. I don't give a shit even if it's on Tubi. I mean, if we have to watch it with commercials, if we're doing a discussion, it doesn't matter because it'd be easier to talk about. He's literally dead for 10 years as maggots eating his rotted corpse. I know, and one of his eyes is still like it's brand new and shiny, just like the day he went into the ground. Kano was the best part of Mortal Kombat movie. After he died, was less entertaining. He was the comic relief. Yeah, I'll give you that. That new Mortal Kombat movie was really good. Silent Night Part 2. It's garbage day. I used that in one of my videos. You know, see, I told you I half-ass stuff. I realized when I was doing my videos that I stopped doing the little bumpers that I put in there to be funny. I was being lazy. I'm putting that shit back in there. Silent Night works. I don't know if I'm watching part 2, dude. That movie is garbage day. Hey, did you see they're releasing isn't it 3, 4, and 5 on a Vestron video Blu-ray? I think what I'll do is on some of these ones. Should we be fair? I need to look it up. If everybody doesn't have it, is it on Tubi? Don't have Black. Do you have Silent Night, Deadly Night? Like I said, we can look it up if it's on Tubi. We watch it on there, even with commercials. That's fine. We'll all hit it with commercials at the same time, and that way we can bullshit in between the commercials. Yeah, I saw the Dentist one. You know, I've never seen the Dentist 2. I've got the Dentist 1 on one of those like Trimark 3-packs with like 2 other movies in it, like with Sometimes They Come Back and something else. I'm gonna do what somebody else suggested too. I think at first year I'm gonna start doing some collection videos. Love the cover art. And you said, yeah, I did too. I really liked it. That's what made me see it. Christmas Sleigh is on TV. What the hell is Christmas Sleigh? I don't know what Christmas Sleigh is. Maybe if I see it, I'll recognize it. So we're at the end here. We got he's trying to save the girl, sacrifice himself. I noticed that some of the stuff that I was buying on Amazon, they're now to the point where you don't get everything in 2 days anymore. I guess because of the holiday, everything's like delayed. Here she comes. Here comes Samara Weaving. I still say her hair looks weird. Looks like a wig. She was her babysitter. The twist. Do you have any horror conventions around you? Not many. They do that one in North Carolina that shit Monster. What's the one? I told my wife next year I need to save some money and some vacation days and maybe go, and that way I could record some stuff. The Dentist Collection is supposed to come out on Blu-ray, but never seen them. I've seen the first Dentist. That's the one with Corbin Burnson, right? I haven't seen the second one at all. So yeah, that's the bummer about living in such a rural area in Virginia, man. Any shit that comes around me. They did a Comic-Con, a really cheesy, low level one up in one of the cities near me during the summer. So maybe they'll start doing some bigger stuff. Now they're all coming back to life. Yeah, Roger Dorn himself. Yeah, that was Corbin Burnson from Major League. I love Major League. I saw Major League in the theaters back in the day, and I was pissed because there's a joke in there where it's like when Wild Thing is all upset after he losing a game for him, and he's sitting there and he goes, it was a clip, it was in the trailer. And you see the trailer, and then back then you go to the theater and you're sitting around, you're waiting for that joke that you heard in the trailer. And then the joke was Tom Berenger, whatever his character's name was, he was sitting back and with him, he goes, "Man, don't worry about it. Don't kill yourself over that. That ball wouldn't have been out of many parks." And no Wild Thing goes, "Name one." He goes, "Yellowstone." And then I go to the theater and that joke is not in the movie whatsoever. And then I go see Major League 2 and the joke is in Major League 2. So they cut it out of the original movie. Yo bartender, Jobu needs a refill. That movie had a lot of good people in it, like right at when their careers were, before they really blew up. Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Rene Russo, Corbin Burnson. What did Wesley Snipes? Wasn't he in the first one? And I don't know the actor that played the one who was worshiping Jobu. What was your question about? And you've heard of Santa Slay? I've never heard of Santa Slay. But what was the actor that played the one who worshipped Jobu? But either way, he's the one that ended up being the Allstate commercial guy, and he played the president in 24. I don't know the actor's name. Yep, he was the president in 24. That's what I just said. Cool. Great minds think alike. Oh, I forgot they played the Queen song here at the end. A TV show? I was looking on Amazon for something earlier, and when I opened my phone up, it was on there. A show that I just totally got out of? Fear the Walking Dead, man. I just totally quit watching that. Dennis Haysbert, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, I remember. He's pretty good. I like him. Yeah, I love 24, man. I was almost like a religion. I used to watch a lot of TV until it got boring and shitty. So like I used to watch 24 every week. So they drank his blood thinking he was a pure virgin, and seeing they must have hooked up in the shack back there. He was no longer a virgin. I gotta look that up. What the fuck is Santa Slay? Santa Slay. Is that the Goldberg movie? Oh God, I own that on DVD. I don't know. I didn't watch it until it came out on DVD, but would binge that show. Yeah, I watched the first season religiously of 24, and then after the first season, I didn't watch it as much. But the first season is excellent. That and The Sopranos. Yeah, Santa Slays with Goldberg. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I own that on DVD. Did that ever get a Blu-ray release? It's not one listed on Amazon. Check out Goldberg. I thought Samara Weaving was like really pretty in both of these movies. Santa Slay almost looks like Tim Allen Santa. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think so, but Santa with muscles did. Is any of you guys that got Tubi open? Is what do you call it? Silent Night, Deadly Night. Is that on Tubi? We need to check that out. Santa Slay is on Cinemax on December 9th. I thought I saw that streaming somewhere else. I'll look on Netflix. what's on there. Netflix, you know, over the last couple of years has really gotten rid of a lot of their older, like their older stuff. But Shutter's got quite a bit of it on there. Do any of you guys subscribe to Shutter? You should. I'm telling you, if you can get it for $5 or less, it's one of the one of the best one of the best subscription services I own. I watched a real weird movie, a screener they gave me that's now on there. A Wounded Fawn. Oh God, that movie was wacky. It was really good in the second half. Like, took one of those weird turns, batshit crazy. I still say it looks like she got wig on right there. I'm going to watch Christmas Slade just a little to see if it's any good. It came out in 2000. Is there a different Christmas Slade? Part 2 through 5 is on Tubi. You talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night? The first one's not on there? Man, that sucks. You own any of the Silent Night, Deadly Nights, Doug? I've got the first two on Shout Factory releases. Good evening, Jeff Man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I am, Mr. Old School. I appreciate you stopping by. If you would, drop a like on the video, please. We're at the end of the actual watch along. If anybody wants to know, where Samara Weaving is just drank the tainted blood, tainted because he's no longer pure. Him and Jenna Ortega did the naughty dance earlier. You think he'll make another one of these? Because at the end, it's going to be a little open-ended with what happens. Well, then you know what? Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 has so much flashbacks to the first one. We could probably just... Isn't that the one that's got the flashbacks to the first one? If that's on Tubi, we could watch that one. That's what we could watch at Christmas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually get the I'm gonna buy the 4K from Best Buy, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the Steelbook from Walmart. Comes out the week after Christmas, right? $20, not bad. Yeah, I know. I do say that they're doing a little bit of a money grab there, releasing basically every store having a different exclusive. Did you see that giant set that one of the was it's not Umbrella, was it? One of them has got with both movies in it, and a bunch of swag. It's like $85. It might be Umbrella, but it's like 85 American dollars. I don't know if I'm gonna pay 85 damn dollars for it, since I already own the Steelbook of the first one. So this is the end of the movie, and he's sitting there with his school doctor, basically telling him it was in his head. You want to talk about a wacky movie? If you've seen the movie Officer Down with Kim Coates, it was a Dollar Tree. Yeah, that's where I bought it. I bought it at the Dollar Tree. It is pretty. I like it. It was wacky. It was wacky. Yeah, part 2's on Tubi. All right, if we don't think of anything else, we'll talk about it next week or so. Like I said, the Christmas week, whether we do one on Sunday or not, we'll do a watch along on the 23rd to that. If it's on Tubi, it's fine, because in that way, we'll all hit the commercials at the same time, and then we can talk about movies. Yeah, so that movie Officer Down, if you get that, if you see that at the Dollar Tree, it's well worth it. It was flooding my Dollar Trees earlier this year, and I don't think I saw it during my latest trips. We're getting the credits now. So if anybody watched Babysitter Killer Queen with us, it's getting ready to go off. But is it a mid credit sequence or is it an end credit sequence? I don't remember. It's been a while. Like I said, I'd only watched this once or twice, so I didn't remember a lot about it. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, the reason I was thinking about we could talk about Friday the 13th next week is because one of my buddies online, Fauci Cinema, he's doing Nightmare on Elm Street, so I didn't want to step on him and do anything about Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep, said end. Like I said, I know there is either a mid credits or an after credit sequence. I've got in my collection, has a really nice slipcover. Yeah, I think mine had the slipcover. It did look pretty cool. It was kind of shiny. Wasn't it like his face with the sunglasses on? That's kind of cool. Yeah, here's I guess there's a mid-credit sequence. It's not much to it other than so the book survived and the wind's flipping it open. Yeah, so that was it. I don't think there's one at the end. So that kind of reminded me of this music here at the end's kind of reminded me of like the Evil Dead. Do you guys have the Evil Dead movies? Whether it be I love the reboot of the Evil Dead series. Don't forget to like. Yeah, anybody that watched is still on here. If you haven't liked it, please like the video. I appreciate it. It does help. And then once it posts, if you see it, throw some comments on there. I didn't know Bullet Train was on Netflix yet. That's a really good movie. I liked it. Have I seen Red Christmas? That's on Tubi. Speaking of Red Christmas, I was going through some movies because I think I was going to do maybe a video of some obscure Christmas movies that most people might not have seen. And I had that in my stack. Red Christmas doesn't that have Dee Wallace in it? Yeah, I forgot the banner. I'm lazy. I forgot. I'd rarely get any super chats anymore anyway, so I'll do a better job moving forward. I don't like seeing it. I'm looking at myself right here in front, so I often don't like to see it. Yeah, the reboot was great. I told somebody one time, I almost would say that if you want to go pure horror, the reboot of Evil Dead is better than the original because the original I saw so many times when I was growing up, and as I got older, it's good, but it's almost like I need to be in that type movie, that type of mood to watch it because it's so cheesy and over the top zany. If I just want to watch a horror movie version of it, I always put in the reboot. It's good. Thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. You got the world's best avatar. I really love that red photo of Alexa Bliss. She's hot stuff. I agree. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, Evil Dead, don't get me wrong. The first one and the second one are really, Army of Darkness, they're all good, but it's more of a, hokey, cheesy. You got to be in that type of mood. If I really want to see like gore, that concept of that new one is just awesome, and I love it. It's got one of the best opening sequences in horror movies. I love it. Shit, I keep hitting the wrong button. What's the story behind the mask? To my right, this. To my that. That's Michael Myers without it hair. It's like an actual like mask. I got that at Spirit Halloween last year when everything was like 70% off. So see, it's made like a regular mask. It's hooked on with my Jason mask, so I don't want to pull it off. Yeah, D Wallace. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't remember much about it, but I think I remember liking it. Did you like Cabin in the Woods? Yeah, I really did. I don't think I loved Cabin in the Woods the first time I saw it. And it was because I had a different expectation of what it turned out to be, because it's obviously, I thought it was going to be more of either a parody or a takeoff of, the classic tropes of horror movies in the out in the woods, like, you know, Friday 13th. And then once it turned out to be what it was, if anybody hadn't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. I didn't like it at first, but then going back and watching it again and knowing that, I really enjoyed it a lot more the second time. And so I really liked it. And I've watched it a couple times. Did you see that steel book I got? Who made the sign for you? That looks cool. You talking about that? I got that at Hobby Lobby. They didn't have it at my local store, and one week they had all of their signs and like movie type stuff 50% off, and it was regular like $40. And I ended up getting it shipped free because I think I ordered something else for my wife, and after a certain amount of money, it was free shipping. So I only paid $20 for that, and it comes with the grooves in it where you can put letters, and it came with a really small set of letters, like the little ones over there that says "Let's Talk Movies," and I bought a bigger pack of letters off of Amazon for like $10. They came with like little emojis there, and it's got like a little Twitter symbol, and then I put the bigger letters on there, so I thought that was cool. I wished it lit up, but it doesn't. You talking about Cabin in the Woods? Is a great movie. Yes, it is. Thank you about the Avatar. Yeah, man, that is pretty awesome. I always loved Alexa Bliss. She's pretty hot. Evil Dead 2013 is only on Hulu. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. It is really good. It's got some really good gore in it. Even in the uncut version's even better. Cabin in the Woods Steelbook. So I really enjoyed your recent Dollar Tree video. Hey, I appreciate that. I like I said, somebody was complaining that I posted too many Dollar Tree videos, but I get the most views on those. I don't know if you guys know how YouTube works. Unless you get like 300-400 views, you're not even on. Not that, like I said, I'm not in for it to making money, but it's really nice when I'm able to make a few bucks on them. So like my Dollar Tree videos actually make a decent amount of money for me just starting. So I like doing them too. And then, like I said, I've traded so many Dollar Tree movies and with people and giving them away as gifts after I watched them. I still got Netflix playing, and they're showing the trailer for that new movie they just posted, Troll. Have any of you guys watched that yet? Are you going to do an update on a room tour? Yeah, I don't know if I want to do a room tour in here unless I clean this damn thing up. It's a damn disaster over here beside me. You guys will see it's where I do all my sorting and my eBay stuff. I got quite a bit of stuff on there. I got some movies that I'm going to sell. I got a small stack. I didn't know if anybody, I might show them on the next live stream before I put them on eBay, because if any of you guys would maybe want to get them, I'd sell them to you cheaper. But instead of a room tour, I think what I'm going to do is I might take a shelf of movies and start doing collection videos, because a couple of the people, when I posted my video about apologizing for my poor content lately, they suggested that I do collection videos. So I thought that might be cool. And I've seen that one, 2013 Evil Dead. Yeah, maybe we should do a watch along to that. That movie is badass. No, because I can't stand subtitles. What are you talking about, subtitles? Oh, but to go back up here, Cabin in the Woods Steelbook. Yeah, there was a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook of Cabin in the Woods that came out 4K. That came out a couple months ago, and I didn't even know it was coming out, and randomly I saw it in the store. Look it up on my channel. It's a really nice Steelbook. It's one of those ones that's got the acrylic like plastic cover that comes over top of it that changes like what you see. It's a really nice Steelbook. I was pissed because I had just bought a copy of the 4K of Cabin in the Woods with the slipcover, really cheap somewhere. I don't remember where. Like, I'm talking like maybe even Walmart on end cap for like $6-7, and then like a month later they came out with that Steelbook. So now I've got two. That's actually a movie. I think it was in that stack I was going to sell. So if anybody needs a Cabin in the Woods in 4K cheap, I might sell you a copy of it. Are you talking about? So that movie Trolls got subtitles? Ew. I don't like subtitles. Yeah, you probably heard me say that on the channel. I don't mind them, But if I got a preference, like a lot of stuff that comes on Shutter will be the original language, and they'll do subtitles, and then you get it on Blu-ray and it's got an English dub track. So that's why sometimes I'll buy Shutter stuff that I like if it was dubbed on the Blu-ray, or at least have an English language track. I'm a visual guy, and I just can't stand. If I have to read a movie, I usually need to watch it more than once, because that way I know what's going on and I don't have to concentrate on the subtitles after the first time. But I kind of want to see that Troll movie, though. There was a movie that Magnet released. It was called Troll Hunter that I liked. The Cabin in the Woods Steelbook was lazy. What do you mean lazy? I thought it looked cool. I liked it. Talk about lazy. How about that fucking Nope one? That Nope one was hot garbage. Cabin in the Woods. How do I put my name in there and it doesn't find it? The search algorithm on YouTube is garbage. Yeah, my video was I opened up 2 steel books. I bought them in the same week. That week I bought the heavy metal steel book, and I also bought the Cabin in the Woods. So my video has got both of them in there. Hey, I put Art the Clown in the front of that one. Didn't even showcase the monsters. Well, I mean, they might not want people to know anything about the movie. I liked it. There's the video I did. So you get the Cabin in the Woods, and then you get the heavy metal. Heavy Metal was a weird movie. I liked it. I didn't. The second one not so much. How's that Jason mask look? The one right behind you. It's the one from Spirit Halloween. Can you see that? They're both hooked on there. I'm not pulling it off. Actually, no, it's not. Wait a minute. That's one of the NECA ones. That thing's heavy. That's one of the thick, heavy NECA ones. I think that's the one from part 3. But yeah, that's the cheap. I just liked it because it looks like a cool silhouette of Michael's face. The one time I did it, the room was really dark, and I lit it up orange. It looked really cool. I used to have that hanging in my basement, and when I wanted to put a few decorations around behind me here, I brought it up here. I got that Jaws poster free, little mini poster from I put it on my arcade machine. I got it free from when I went to see Jaws 3D this past summer. A blank screen with the guy's silhouette sitting there in the inside. I don't remember what the inside of it looked like. I like the outside with that red on it. I thought it looked cool. Kind of reminded me of the Evil Dead, talking about the Evil Dead. That was kind of cool. But either way, yeah, I think I got, if nothing else, the couple guys that I feel bad for. I am gonna go back and review the Vengeance Bloodlines fan film on the channel here in a week or so, and then I'm going to do the there's a short independent movie made by a friend of mine, online friend, Jason Pitts, that was called Masquerade. It's really good. You can watch it on YouTube. I think I want to review that just because I promised him I would. That was one of the ones I didn't do. I watched this movie the other day, and it was good. Have you guys seen Fall? I don't regret buying this. I kind of didn't know that I would. My wife saw it and thought it might be good, and then I kind of almost said maybe I shouldn't get it because I hadn't heard anything about it. And then I watched it, and it was way better than I thought. Yeah, I appreciate that. You probably saw all the ones I had when I did my Halloween videos. Those are sitting over here. Remember, check out Art. He's got my Dallas Cowboy hat on. I thought that was cool. You know, I got that thing super cheap because this is a real, this is the real Trick or Treat Studios one. I got that thing super cheap, like way back in the day when it first came out, before anybody knew who Art the Clown was. I got it on Amazon, and that thing is like freaking expensive now. You ever get noticed out in public? No, I mean, there's very few. I live in a rural area, and there's very few people that know that I do YouTube. I'm not that popular yet, dude. I mean, maybe one day that would be kind of cool. There's people at work that even though I've told them in the past I do YouTube, they forget, and then randomly they'll be looking at something on YouTube, and then they say they'll laugh because like a buddy of mine will look up a movie or something, and it'll recommend one of my videos. I will say this, you know what the funniest thing happened to me the other day was? I was going through YouTube and I was looking up stuff, and the 3 times that I looked up something, YouTube recommended my own video to me after 2 or 3. What really needs to happen, just so you guys know, when you get a little popular, is when you look up something, there's always, if you're on the app, there's a row of recommended movies that you need to get within like the top 10 of those, because they said most people will go to that and only go over about 7 or 8. That if you get too far down the line, which is usually where mine are, you don't get a lot of views from that. So I've started seeing that some of my stuff is starting to pop on there every once in a while, especially my movie hunts. I liked the movie. I also didn't care for the Steelbook for the Addams Family. No, haven't watched it. Yeah, I didn't like the look of the Steelbook for the Addams Family, so I didn't buy that. I thought that was, you talking about a lazy Steelbook. It was that one. So I like Cabin in the Woods, and no, haven't watched Fall. Yeah, Fall was way better, and this was the one where those girls climbed that 2,000-foot, we call it, tower. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays Negan on Walking Dead's got a bit part in there. Plays the father of one of the girls, so he did a pretty good job in that. All right, either way, I appreciate all you guys stopping by. Even when we don't have a ton of people, I like it when you guys pop up questions like that, because it gives us a lot of stuff to talk about. So like I said, we'll probably do a watch along to one of the Friday the 13th, but we don't have to do that. We don't have to watch it. Any lightning? What do you mean any lightning? But that'll be a good topic we can talk about, because I really want to talk about more some of the mainstream stuff if we're doing chats or whatever. But I think like Cody said and other person said, I think I'm going to start reviewing. Hey Cody, I got an idea. When let's say that it's an off the wall movie. I'm not saying Fall, but something like that. But if it was an older horror movie and I want to do a review of it, I was thinking about calling the review series, like putting some movie film strip, and then like having it like 3 strip panels and having a character in each one, and it's going to be called like Watch This Film with a question mark, and that way the big letters could be WTF. You think that would get noticed in a thumbnail if I put a big WTF on the side of it? In Fall. No, I think there is a storm, one of them, but not anything major. No, there's this big damn vulture that keeps coming after him. Fall was $9.99 to stream right now. I'll catch it when it comes to cable. It's really good. I don't regret buying it. Yes, I thought that would be funny, because like I said, I'll make a cheap logo now just to do a real quick one to call it WTF and put Watch This Film and put a question mark. So it's my review, and it'll let you know whether I think you should watch the film or not. Like No Storm. Also, did you pick up Crawl? I haven't heard anything about the 4K review. I didn't get the 4K of it because I already had the Blu-ray that I got real cheap, and I didn't want to. I'm not double dipping on a movie like that. So it looked good enough for me. I figured that was going to be, she's down under in the basement, like, in the crawl space for so long. It's dark. I figured that wasn't going to look that great in 4K. But yeah, I recommend Fall if you can watch it. If you don't want to buy it, I went ahead and did a blind buy on that one. I'm glad I did. I liked it. It came with digital too, Blu-ray and digital. I think it's so. Like I said, I'm a physical media guy, But as I said in a bunch of my videos, I'm not opposed to, if I'm in a hurry, to watching it on digital. It's just that I don't want digital to be the only method I have it, because there's already movies that have disappeared off of streaming services and stuff, and TV series and all kinds of stuff. So I never want to, if I buy it, I want it to be my decision to sell it or get rid of it, and to always have it. Is Capone considered horror? You talking about that movie that's popping up at the Dollar Tree now, Capone? I don't think it would be horror. I mean, that's basically semi autobiographical, whatever you want to call it, biographical on his character based on the real person. I don't think it's horror. I haven't been able to find it on Blu-ray at the Dollar Tree. I saw it on DVD at the Dollar Tree. So I get pissed when my local stores don't have the Blu-rays that everybody else finds, and I end up only getting the DVDs at our Dollar Tree. All right, guys, we made it to the midnight hour, so I think I'm going to wrap this up if you guys don't have any questions. And if you do, you can always come back and put comments on it. Should do a watch along with the early 80s horror movie Junior I talked about. Yeah, but I'd have to have a copy of it. I don't have it. Can you stream it anywhere? Did you say? I don't remember. Was it on Tubi? He was hallucinating. I got the Blu-ray. I don't think it would still be considered horror, though. Have a good night, brother. Too sweet. Same to you, brother. I appreciate you, Cody. You always bring a lot to the table. I appreciate all your conversation. You've been one of my supporters, so I couldn't ask for a better viewer, man. I appreciate it. And you and Doug have been here during the weeks that we didn't have but one or two people watching, so I appreciate you guys. And tomorrow's the start of a new week, so I got a work thing this coming weekend where we're getting together for a team building thing. So I'll be back on Sunday afternoon though, so we'll still do the live stream. And like I said, it'll be Friday the 13th related. I'll decide if we want to watch along to a movie, which one we'll watch. I figure everybody has access to those. But that'd be good, because then I literally got 3 weeks and then I'm off all that time. Are you off much at Christmas, Doug? Yeah, I didn't get the Blu-ray, so our store didn't have one. So, oh well. Yeah, what he was talking about earlier was, I forgot to put the fucking banner up on there. Either way, but this will be a good test this coming month, leading into January, to see what we're going to do. Doug, are you going to have a problem if I did some of those on Friday? Because like I said, we'll definitely do one on the 23rd. But if I ended up moving it back to Friday, would that be a problem? Because you've always supported me, so I mean, I'd like to make sure you're available if we ever change the date and the time. You can hit me up on Facebook Messenger or whatever if you want to talk about it. I'll make sure I don't have any messages. But yeah, just send me a message on there if you want to talk about it. Shit. Saturday the 23rd. Saturday's the 24th. Friday's the 23rd. Well, we'll definitely do that first Friday. What time do you go to karaoke? Yeah, maybe we'll do Freddy vs. Jason. Not, but we might do the remake. That might be good. Or the reboot, whatever you want to call it. If we did that, I don't know what. I got both of them, so I don't know which one we would watch. It's not that much different, is it? 9. Okay, Central. What time is that to me? 8. What, you an hour behind me? If I did it, it wouldn't be to 10 o'clock anyway. Yeah, Killer Cut probably what I'd watch. But we got to think about people. If anybody pops in and they only got streaming, I don't know if the Killer Cut is that on any of the streaming services, or would we just want to assume everybody owns Friday the 13th? How much difference is the Killer Cut? I don't think it matters, does it? It's not like we're all going to be sitting here pointing out stuff that's going on in the movie anyway. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So anybody that participated tonight, you rule. I love you guys. Like I said, anybody that watches now or later, like the video, comment. We're going to talk about Friday the 13th next week, some way or another. I don't know. Yeah, I think most people own a version of Friday the 13th, so it don't really matter which one. Killer Cut is 11 minutes longer, really? That much? I mean, if you guys own that, let's watch the Killer Cut of Friday the 13th, 2009. You have a nice night. Too bad we got to work tomorrow. Yeah, I know it sucks. I appreciate you and everybody else. Appreciate you coming by, collecting Hobbies Maximum. Love you, Avatar. You need to bring that bad girl back here so we can see it again next week. And like I said, next Sunday's when we're going to do the Friday the 13th one. And so I'll decide during the week. Maybe we'll just do that 2009. If everybody's got the Killer Cut, that's what we'll try to watch. So Mr. Old School says, take care. Appreciate your support too. And so anybody coming out, like I said, I was saying, anybody that watches this later, drop a like, a comment, make sure you're a subscriber to the channel, keep supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, let me know about Violent Night, because that way, if I get a chance to see it, I'll be able to see it as well. So like I said, appreciate you guys. And next week, we're going to talk Friday the 13th, more than likely the Killer Cut of the 2009 reboot. So until next time, boys and girls, this is JEFFMAN316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.